We are live. It's the Behind the Counter podcast right here at Insane Games TV. Steve, Mike, and I, we're back at it here on this Monday. First show of the week and ready to go. Well, not second show. OC5 first one. We're ready to kick things off here on the channel for another week. We got a little... Steve walked in here a little while ago flapping his gums about the new sandwich that's coming out. It's on a secret launch right now.
It's if you have the app only currently.
First off, let's start with that. Okay, so Taco Bell announces this new crispy chicken sandwich, which I feel like every fast food place is now trying to do.
It's
McDonald's, Burger King.
It's a crispy chicken sandwich taco.
Taco. Okay, but I feel like everyone's trying to get into the crispy sandwich business. Wendy's jumped in and tried to make some waves, and
everybody's always already been in the chicken sandwich war. They're just like improving them now and making them even better. But there's always been chicken sandwiches available.
I guess I would never think to get a crispy chicken sandwich anywhere. I mean, I like
not a buffalo one.
No.
You know that's what you get at Smash Burger.
Well, okay. I'm talking like Burger King, McDonald's, I like KFC.
KFC is pretty good.
I don't go to KFC to begin with, but
it's the amount of times I've heard people asking for a chicken sandwich when I worked at Five Guys, I can count on multiple appendages.
Do you guys have one?
No, Five Guys is just burgers and dogs.
By the way,
I didn't even know they had hot dogs.
By the way, I
didn't
know they did. By the way, the first time we went to Five Guys, Kathy ordered a hot dog.
I heard the story, actually.
A hot dog.
Yeah.
And
no one orders a hot dog at Five Guys.
Didn't your father give her all sorts of grief about it?
We also went to, you guys, people watch me, I know, there's a restaurant in our area called New Way Lunch.
And
which
she does the hamburger.
specifically specializes in hot dogs.
I took my wife there, and she got the fish.
That's almost worse. My mom got the cheeseburger. We all looked at her, and we're like, but
personally,
to get fish may be worse.
I prefer hamburgers over hot dogs, but when you go to New Way Lunch, you get the dogs with the works.
Exactly.
And you get the dogs with the ketchup.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
That's gross.
I don't like the works.
So you might as well just be getting a hamburger at that point.
No,
that's
I'll get a hot dog with ketchup and mustard.
That's equally offensive.
I don't need the works on my hot dog.
That's equally offensive
how
get
so?
a hot dog with ketchup is to get a hamburger.
Well,
not really.
The thing that make the New Way Lunch hot dogs famous is the works.
Look, Mike, if I
the wiener and the bread by itself is nothing spectacular.
If I'm walking into a wiener joint, okay, and I just want fucking ketchup and mustard on my wiener, then that's all I'm gonna want.
I mean, that's fine, but you can't be going around mocking other people's choices.
I'm not mocking them. I'm at least getting a hot dog.
Are you, though?
To walk into a wiener joint and ask for a beef patty, I don't really know that works. And you know it.
To put ketchup on a hot dog is like a borderline culinary sin.
You don't put ketchup on hot
mustard.
dogs?
It's mustard.
What about both? Ketchup, mustard, relish.
Even so. I saw this one cooking show once, and it was like a gourmet hot dog place.
Wait a minute.
And they would put everything
exist?
on it for you. But if you asked for ketchup, they'd make you put it on yourself, and they'd give you the packets because they don't believe in that.
So you don't put ketchup on your hot dog?
No.
Who the hell doesn't put ketchup on their hot dog?
Mike, apparently.
I mean, that's like Johnny who does
I don't think
condiments.
Joey Chestnut does either.
Johnny
He eats
had a hot dog,
$100.
he would eat it plain.
Would he? I think no, he wouldn't.
He does not like condiments.
Johnny would absolutely 1,000% get the works on his dogs.
Nope.
We will get his opinion.
Please do. He does not like ketchup or mustard.
Well, yeah,
or
there's
mayonnaise or peanut
there's
butter
no ketchup.
jelly,
It's mustard,
or anything that has the word
beef, and
condiments
onions
attached to it.
pretty much, and some spices in there.
Nope. I just get ketchup and mustard. But not to get too much off topic here, Steve ended up bringing in this new chicken taco that came out today exclusively on the Taco Bell app, which is kind of bullshit if you ask me. Everyone doing it. Did you know that when you pull up to McDonald's now, they go, "Would you be ordering on the McDonald's app
I know,
today?"
like,
Yeah.
No, I'm just ordering a soda, and then I feel like an ass when I say no, and they're like, "Oh, what can we get for you?" And
Well,
it's
isn't
like,
it a robot that says that
But-
first part, and then it transitions to a
okay,
normal
but here's my
person?
point. If I'm ordering on the app, right?
Yeah.
Why would I be at the window to order? Wouldn't I be walking in McDonald's?
I think you have to tell them that you have an order through the app.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll just be like, all right, pull up.
Yeah, that's
When you first
So
go
I'm
through
gonna
there.
order on the app. and I'm gonna pull up to wait in line at the drive-through.
Yeah,
and then
that's
get up
a
to
broken.
I'm picking up a what? But don't they have the mobile?
It's definitely
app
a broken
spots?
method. Maybe this is just the
They
McDonald's
do.
by me because the lobby was
Nope,
closed.
they've done it at exit 15
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Exit 15 is the first one that started doing it. I'm like, I was appalled when they asked me that, and they kind of gave me 2 when I came back. and I said, nope, just getting a soda. And then the exit 18 one is doing it now as well. The exit 19 one hasn't done it.
Okay.
But they also know my car, so they may not ask me that.
I don't think you get. They don't control who they ask.
Well, no, they don't.
You
my
roll
car.
up and it says
Nope.
it.
When no. When I get up to the window, she's like, oh, new car. Yep. They know who I am at the exit 19 McDonald's.
Well, you are a pretty unique looking fellow. Take that as you will.
I've gotten a couple free sodas when I go in line. When the drive-through is wicked long, and I go, nope, driving in, and I pull in, and there's a couple people in there. She'll walk the soda out to me before everyone else has even ordered their food. That right there is service, my friend.
It only takes a couple seconds.
Exactly. But you know what? They can sit there and make you wait all those minutes just for a couple seconds to make their soda. Just saying.
I got a message from Tommy. Talking fantasy. We'll discuss that.
Tell
later,
Tommy to
but-
shut his lips. Hey, Tom, how about we come and put the picture frames up on the wall? Whoa!
Well, they are all on the wall.
No, they're not. 3 of them are laying on the floor where they've been there for a while. Dust all over the place. We got a construction zone over here that people walk by all day long for the past 3 weeks. Come
It is quite
on,
the-
I'm trying.
Little construction zone going on over there.
All right, so we keep
Let's
getting
get
off
this
topic.
going.
Okay, but we got the new chicken taco. That's a chicken wrapped in cheese, wrapped in a taco. I chose not to get the chipotle sauce. Which, by the way, Steve, I just asked for 1 packet of the fire sauce.
I put on
This
3.
man brings in me. This man comes in with not only the sandwich, he comes in with 15 packs of fire sauce with 1 mild.
Well, you heard the name. It's Sauce Boss.
I mean, not that we can go wrong with having these men. I mean,
Did you see his nice new bucket that he got?
in the refrigerator. Yeah.
It's my.
You worked pretty hard for that one, didn't you?
Wanted that bucket for the last 2 fucking years.
Let's give these a try.
730 days.
Now I'm doing something different. I'm putting sauce on that you normally wouldn't put on.
It looks like yours came out a little crispier because of that.
I don't have anything on it. Doesn't it come
You
with
got
cheese?
some peppers.
I don't want peppers.
I guess
on
there's
it.
no cheese, but
That's what gives it the spice.
let's say we wanting to show this thing off.
Show it off. I'm gonna
Which
put
one you got
merch in mine
first?
When you're doing that.
This is one with the chipotle. I don't see any jalapenos on it.
Okay.
But that's the inside of that bad boy.
I'm putting 5 packs of hot sauce on this baby.
$1.49. So the chicken is quality, but it's like
I'm gonna turn the
smallest
mic
thing I've
away
ever
so I don't.
seen.
I'm not going.
There's supposedly going to be a box also when it actually
Okay.
launches.
So the new. By the way, Taco Bell, how about you shoot a sponsorship while we're doing this for you?
Or are these 2 different kinds?
I put so much hot sauce on
One's
this.
spicy.
One's
not.
jalapeno and one's normal. Dan
Not bad.
likes it.
It's not terrible.
Oh yeah. If I was starving, you could get like, well, they're $1.50 each. You can get like 6 of them for under $10.
Or the $4.99 box that probably comes with other things.
Mm.
I must say my expectations were a little bit lower. I feel like I like it. I mean, if I bought this without getting the hot sauce, I wouldn't enjoy it. I think it's the hot sauce is making it for me right now.
I actually like the sauce they put on this though. You might have liked it if you tried it.
I know what I like, Mike. Just like I don't like my tacos with beef and shit on it. Or my hot dogs, I mean.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not bad. No, I'm gonna rank it pretty high.
The first one was very good. I think I like the spicy one more though.
I got a garbage bag here.
Oh boy. Any napkins?
All right, here's the
Sure.
spicy one.
I must say, Steve has everything under control here. Now, see, now here's where Steve made a good choice. I would have been a little disappointed if I only got 1 pack of fire sauce. 'Cause I ended up I put 4 packs of fire sauce in that bad boy.
That's absurd.
4 packs.
I'm always so light on the sauce, but I see people go crazy with them.
All right. Well, these two continue munching on their chicken sandwich tacos, whatever they are. Let's keep the show on the road here. You know what? Mike and I.
Are you gonna rank it?
What?
Are you gonna rank it?
I didn't know we're ranking them. Are we ranking them?
Yeah, at least say what you think.
Didn't I already say it?
You said it was good, but would you rank it out of 10?
If I had walked in and got it on my own, without doing a damn customization to it, I give it a 4. But seeing how I did a damn customization and added the fire sauce to it, I was actually very pleased. I give it a 7. Now the funny thing is, if I was at Taco Bell, this is something I would never order. I would never order this on my own at Taco Bell.
Personally, I think that's one of the best things they've had come out in a while. For the price point and the flavor that it gives.
It's not bad. My mouth is a little burning right now, but can't
We'll
have
put 4 sauces on it.
you can't have hot sauce and have your mouth not burning at the end. So moving on. So what do you think, Steve?
I give it. What would you give it?
What would you give it?
I'd probably give it a 7 for the non and an 8 for the spicy one.
Now, Steve, if I had to guess here, I would say Steve is a master of the Taco Bell.
You're probably right. If I had to guess his.
Am I right with that?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like is that like your main go-to spot?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you know the ins and out of the entire menu on Taco Bell.
For the most part.
So, Abe, what would you rank this right here?
When it comes out in the box, I would definitely be getting it. Because the boxes are pretty good. I currently only have the build your own box. Unless it adds to that, that'd be pretty cool. I agree with Mike's. However, I'm technically not allowed to have jalapenos because I'm allergic.
Yeah,
But
he said it only hurts him a little bit.
yeah,
Did you eat one?
Yeah.
You're allergic to it?
yeah,
It's a mild allergy, I guess.
yeah. It
makes his lips tingle.
I'm not gonna die. Don't worry.
You sound a little.
No, I'm good.
No. So 7 and 8 for you as well.
7.5 and 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Not as good as the quesarito.
There you go.
That was probably the most meat per package that Taco Bell ever has because they're normally pretty stingy with the
Yeah.
meat.
I was only anticipating taking one bite, and I ended up finishing the whole
Mm.
thing. So, I was pretty happy with it.
You have another one for later.
Yeah, I have another one for later.
He's not gonna give it to Ash.
What?
Give it to Ash.
Not on CPs. We've been doing that battle all day. All right. Mike and I went to Saratoga this weekend, and we were sitting next to a booth. And I found out who it is, but I'm not going to name drop because there's no relevance. But they were streaming live, and they had a pretty good setup, you know? And I said to Mike, and we're literally right in their camera, I go, this is what I want at the Comic-Cons. A booth that's live at the Comic-Cons, filming all the stuff. People are stopping, doing interviews, and they're interviewing them, talking about the track and the race. They're like, this is what we need at the Saratoga Comic-Con.
No.
Or whatever
Yeah.
Comic-Con we go to. A booth that we can set up and just continually be live at the Comic-Con with a bunch of guests hosting it. Like we could have Dave do 1 hour, and then Power Surge do another hour, or like OC5 come in, have all of our different show hosts hosting the booth throughout the event.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty sick.
I like that.
Me too.
And they had Ian Rappaport from the NFL there, who's one of the big, outside of Adam Schefter, probably the biggest inside news for the NFL.
Yep. Me and the boys were all like, for the fantasy implications, but
I don't think he wanted anything to do with it.
I was too shy to go up and ask him. I went out to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, him and his family had already bounced.
He was gone, long gone.
And I heard he was being cool about it too, with people asking him questions before he
John
left.
said they started being rude, and that's when he left.
Well, yeah. At first, he was giving them a chance, and then the group was too drunk.
Tends to happen at the track.
But
But all in all, I was like, that's not a bad system. Having that. This is idea. This is the exact setup I want at the Comic-Con. I was gonna go over and ask them, then I realized they had landlines coming in from the track. Okay, that's how they had their internet. They actually had it hardwired. And we would have to get that from wherever we go. Yeah, I don't think there's any possible way of streaming remotely.
You could do it on your phone, but it wouldn't
not
be very
with quality.
Exactly.
I'm talking. I want high-end quality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess maybe the convention center may have it, but I doubt it. Ooh boy.
Then you get some jalapeno in your eye.
Mm-hmm. The classic. You put hot sauce in your hand and wipe your eye, and now it's in your eye. Slightest residue. Whew. All right, let's keep going. Pop trade-in today. Pretty big pop trade-in. My eyes will be like this for a couple minutes now. I got it in there pretty good. Over 100 pops traded in. What were some of the collections that were in there?
Bendy and the Ink Machine,
Cuphead, Kingdom Hearts,
a few Borderlands,
a couple from the Labyrinth.
A lot of anime.
Yeah.
Cuphead.
Crash Bandicoot.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I think
There's something wrong when I have a bigger reaction getting hot sauce in my eye than Steve does eating a jalapeno when he's allergic to it.
Well, it's not supposed to go in your eyes.
Okay, but still.
That's like one of the most effective ways to get somebody to stand down is to shoot them in the eyes with pepper spray.
I knew what I was getting into eating those jalapenos.
It's a bold move, Steve. Bold move. But yes, a pretty interesting trade-in. 100 pounds we just got traded in. We'll post those on our Instagram account. A lot of Overwatch collection.
Oh yeah.
A lot of. I like when people come in with collections.
Yep.
And of course, Steve and I had to do the classic negotiating the price.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in, and I always get stuffy nose. I have hot sauce. And they came in and they're like, oh, we're looking for 11. She's like $10 pop.
Yeah.
See, we always do a little bit lower than that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was shocked at the amount we gave her. I was like, Jesus, that shit went lower.
Oh, she liked the amount.
Oh yeah, she was like, couldn't believe the amount we gave her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like,
And sometimes it works out well.
Sometimes it does. So pretty good pop collection hitting the store. So definitely check that out. Mike and I got our fix of TV this week. American Horror Story. 2-episode premiere this week. I must say, pretty fucking whack.
If you compare the quality of the one that just came out to that like sub-series American Horror Stories, it's like far, far better at every bit of it. Like the acting, the production, and the plot.
I think the plot's pretty. Yeah, they have a way of just presenting it, and of course, I look at it as just the simplicity of it, but then everyone goes into like this, what it really means, and what
This is the best part of American Horror Story because episode 1 or 2, the possibilities are all out here,
right.
And then in a couple weeks, it's gonna come crashing in, and it's gonna be stupid, whatever the result of it is. Hopefully not, but that's normally how each season goes.
True. So spoiler, if you guys haven't watched American Horror Story, don't listen to the next 5 minutes. But basically, see, it's about this couple and their daughter go to I would say Outer Banks, I think it was somewhere.
Provincetown?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a real name.
The Hamptons, I don't know, some place where it's like it's
on
like
water.
Destination, but in the winter there's no one there. It's a small town. And these people give out these two, I guess I would call them drug dealers.
Like vampires, I think. That's what it's hinted at.
Vampire, but they're basically, they give out pills to people who are talented. If you take the pill and you have talent, it gives you unbelievable talent. It makes you like super talented. If you take the pill and you're not talented, you become like this zombie.
Bald zombie.
But so if you're a writer, so basically the main character is a writer,
yeah.
TV show writer. He goes there, he's having writer block. They give him he takes the pill, and now he wrote like the whole series in a day. And now they hired him. They hired him. In the show, Netflix hired him, and all these different places hired him. Yeah. And but the problem is he's got to keep eating to keep his what do you call that?
The pills,
to keep the pill and to keep the
pill's effectiveness.
Right, and they got to drink blood. So they basically become vampires.
Oh.
So they go around town killing people for blood. to get their fix so they can continue writing talented. And
There's-
it doesn't have to be writers. It can be like a musician. Anyone who's talented and takes the pill becomes extremely talented. If you're not talented at all, and you take the pill in hopes of becoming talented, and you become like a...
That's like a little weird kind of twist there with the whole talent or whatnot. That's kind of stupid.
So the
but-
daughter just took one.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen there?
Well, you saw the ending, right? Of the episode?
What?
Where
Oh, she
they-
was really doing it
She
well,
was
right?
eating the dog.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
She was eating the dog, and the mom found her, and she was hanging out with the baldies. But yeah, so far so good.
I'm relatively pleased.
I guess the pills, they drain your nutrients or whatever. They said in like 4 different categories or
So the
something.
question is, can they stop taking the pill and go back to being normal?
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard. You saw the guy stopped taking it and then went to write, and then like 5 minutes later he went to get more pills.
I mean, I guess you would have to find yourself completely successful and be like, I'm done writing. I don't need to write anymore,
Yeah.
and move on. But nonetheless, I think at the end of the day, it fulfilled you and I's quest for a decent American Horror Story so far.
How long did it take you to recognize that one crazy chick with Sarah Paulson?
Oh, that took me a little bit.
It took me a while.
The first 2 scenes of her in there, I did not recognize it was her.
Not until she was one-on-one with Macaulay Culkin that I noticed it.
No, I noticed it after like her 3rd scene. Like when she first ran up,
Yeah.
I did not.
They made her pretty crazy looking.
She looks completely different.
Yeah.
But I think all the main characters are in. I think that so far they've done it, but they'll disappoint. I'm sure as usual.
The only one they're missing, I think, is Kathy Bates and Jessica Lange.
And Angela Bassett.
No.
So, but they're not in it, are they? Kathy Bates.
I
she's
didn't
not in
see
it.
Kathy Bates. I don't know.
She's not in it because of COVID. I remember her
Oh
saying.
shit. Okay.
I think she wasn't going to be in it because of just obviously Kathy Bates is older.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all right. So what else we got? So yes, American Horror Story going on. What were you're flapping your gums about Bob Ross? Who's Bob Ross?
You don't know Bob
Yeah,
Ross?
but I said I wanted to present it in front of you because he doesn't. I was like, I even gave him hints. I said the painter with the afro, and he still doesn't know who it is.
Just gotta paint those happy little trees.
No.
Never.
No.
Pull it up. Type his picture, and if you don't know who he looks like, then Dan does not know who Bob Ross is. Partially why his soul is so empty inside.
Why would I know who this guy is? He's a painter.
He's
the most famous like modern time painter. He's one to include technology, and what does he have, like 10 plus seasons of paintings?
Yep, he's a wasn't
He's
he on
also
PBS?
He also has a
Yes.
Twitch channel.
Get
where
the fuck out of town. The guy's dead. How can he have a Twitch channel?
They run his episodes over and over and over again on a
Oh,
dedicated
episodes of
Oh,
channel.
that's
what?
awesome. He was a public broadcasting station, kind of like on the same vein as like Sesame Street.
the guy's on Twitch.
Type it in.
I'm
Follow him right
clicking
now.
on it right now. He has fucking 2 million followers on Twitch.
You don't know who he
Yeah.
is. He's extremely famous.
2,000,001.
So everything about him. So what brought us into this is that documentary came out on Netflix. It was called Happy Accidents, Greed, and Betrayal. So I was like, oh, I got to see this.
Wasn't he a drill sergeant in the
Yeah.
army? Nice.
They just did a 24-hour stream and garnered over 150,000 views. Get the fuck out of town.
It's live 24/7.
It's not live right now.
And he does paintings. What the show is, he does a painting in 30 minutes, like a complete painting. And he teaches you how to do it the whole time. And people
Well, the show must be old because he died in 1995.
It is old. And that's why it's absurd how famous he is still to this day.
Bob Ross. How would I know who he is?
2
Everyone
other
knows who he
million
is.
people know. And that's just Twitch followers. But yeah, that Netflix documentary, I guess, it went deep into like his name and how they are marketing it now. And there's a company that owns the right to his name, and he refused to sell them his name while he was alive. And when he died, his name went 51% to his brother and 49% to his son. And his brother sold it to the company that wanted it, and now his son gets nothing out of all this.
Well, son gets 49%.
But he doesn't get. So they sold the right. He has the majority of it, and he sold it to the company.
He just reaps the benefits of it.
He doesn't get any benefits from it. That's what the whole show is about. He hasn't seen like any money in the Bob Ross. It's like BRI, I think Bob Ross Industries. They make money off the paint, the show.
How can he not make money? He owns 49%.
I think that was just like decision making.
Oh, he has no power to control anything.
Yeah.
But he should reap the benefits the other 51% gets.
Yeah, I don't think he got anything, basically.
If the Bob Ross company gets $1 million, he's entitled to 49% of it.
You'll have to look into it. He doesn't look like he's a man of money after all this time, which is absurd.
He is entitled to it. However, since the company owns the 51%, they could say, no, you cannot have it.
There you go. And so this was all about that, exposing that story.
Why doesn't he just sell his 49%?
And his son is like a borderline, almost as talented painter as his dad, and he did multiple episodes with his dad and stuff, where they would like
I guess
co-host.
I guess they don't need to buy his 49% because what's the point?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he has no power. Wow.
Yeah.
He should have done 50-50.
Yeah. I guess they dug deep into like his dad's paperwork. And they found that, and that was like, he made it when his kid was young. That's why it was structured that way. But, because if he died at that point, his son
I'm
would
sure
know.
brother has no remorse whatsoever.
He didn't make an appearance on the documentary.
She's filthy rich, though.
It's an interesting watch. I definitely recommend it to anyone that
Where is it on?
That's Netflix. To say, even if you don't know much about Bob Ross or anything, the stories
I know
of
absolutely zero about
betrayal
Bob
and deceit in it are quite interesting.
Ross. I'll do some research on that.
But in the end, fuck that company. That was bullshit.
I would say so.
Bob would not have wanted that.
What else we got going on here? You know Bob Ross?
Yeah.
I bet if you asked 10 people that came to the store if they knew who Bob Ross is, at least 9 would say yes. We'll have to do that on a busy day.
Good. I'd be slightly intrigued.
Speaking of asking people, I actually did ask someone about the Santa Claus
Did you?
yesterday.
And?
They looked at me like I had 2 heads.
That's not accurate.
You got to get the right customers that are in the mood, but... What was the exact question we were going over? Is the Santa Claus...
A top-tier Christmas movie.
And they said no.
No,
They
no,
just
no.
didn't
What
say
do you mean
anything.
top tier?
Like, you said the best, basically.
Seriously,
And we
what-
gave you some mercy and say top
What's
tier.
the number one Christmas movie? And they had to get, like, what's your favorite?
And no one will say the Santa
I
Claus
disagree.
unless they have a special connection with it.
We're not getting into that conversation.
It's probably for the best because you're wrong.
I don't know. I don't believe so.
It's the Grinch, kid.
What else? Anything else? Oh, fantasy. We had our fantasy draft last night. He's itching his ear. He's always going to be a troll in the show.
He's been very good this program.
Fantasy football yesterday, real quick. We'll be the first show to address the fantasy league.
My
You're
team
happy with
is
your team?
so dripping wet.
I'm pleased with mine. Yahoo has me ranked 5th, I believe. 8-6.
Let's say what we exactly want to discuss about the league
We don't
here.
have to go over too much. Just real quick on your team.
Let me see. I'll list my squad real quick, I guess. Lamar Jackson, A.J. Brown, Robbie Anderson, Dalvin Cook, Mike Davis, Darren Waller, and Ronald Jones II, with Goggles at the kicker and San Francisco as my defense.
That's not bad.
Right now, I'm projected for the most points for week 1, and I'm in a 3-way tie for a projected record-standing lead. So I am sitting pretty well, I would say. Things could change very quickly between now and week 1, but
Mike doesn't have that type of luck. Mike doesn't have the luck where his player will get injured and he's out.
I did handcuff my high-value pick with his backup in case he gets
That
injured.
doesn't happen to Mike. To me, on the other hand, all the time.
So Dan, I did like your team. It was a good starting lineup for once.
It's not bad.
Let's see how it happens when it starts cracking down from injuries, though.
It's true.
You were quite a reacher this year with Aaron Jones over Saquon Barkley.
Aaron Jones was like 5 ahead of Saquon
When did
Barkley.
you take James Robinson? In the second round or the third?
Second.
Quite a reach. He was
Not
going
really.
around rounds 3 or 4. But he is one of the wettest running backs, so You can't really put a price on his wetness.
I don't understand. He was the next running back up when I picked him.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
But it
get
was still by ADP. It was a little high. But as a former James Robinson owner, he's quite wet. Dak, we'll have to see how he comes back from injury. And then your receiver situation is a little questionable.
Yeah, blocking the receivers. But I think we'll
Well,
manage.
not too bad. Not too
We
bad.
got time to build off of it. But no daily NASCAR last night, so we did the draft. So we'll be doing daily NASCAR tonight, 8 o'clock. And then also Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So we'll be doing something a little bit differently this week with the schedule there. But, yeah, I mean, I thought the draft was okay. I was pleased. Had TJ over. TJ was doing the draft in the kitchen. So, because to make sure you had no technical difficulties.
And I was going to say he probably had Tom do his draft for him, but his team stinks.
Who, Tom?
TJ's and Tom's. Tom's has a lot of potential, but he also has a lot of question marks.
I have a feeling this is going to be a year where Tom thinks Mike's team sucks and Mike thinks Tom's team sucks. It's going to lead to an interesting debate on the dream team.
Speaking of which, Wednesday we have a fantasy super show. So if you like what you're seeing now, this will be
You should have everyone call into the
super
show.
in depth.
Why don't you have everyone call into the show?
Perhaps. We'll see how it goes. We might have Nico join us, at least, in person. And that's what he was texting me about earlier. He said, are we doing a fantasy show Wednesday? Send me your rankings with some comments so it's not all my input this time.
I think you should have everyone in the network call in.
That'd be quite the operation to pull off.
What do you mean? Did they call in on the phone and put them on speaker?
Oh, on the phone. That you're trying to get them on Skype, on the TV. And
Or that, really? I don't see why.
I'm not shifting through 8 different guys on that. I'd rather die.
You should be talking to everyone in the league.
We could
First
get
off,
some
there's
call
only
in.
5 people. Austin, Tyler,
There's 12.
me. I'm talking people that are on the network.
But you said everyone. Oh, I think everyone.
But yeah, so not bad. I was pretty pleased with the draft. Did we have anything else? Halo coming out December 8th. I think we discussed it last week, but I don't think we had a date that it was coming out last week. Is that something that they came out last week with?
They apparently announced it in an Easter egg during one of their trailers. They had the Needler, and it had 12 bullets in its clip and 8 in the reserve. And then I guess one of the guys that was in the team circled it and posted it, and he said, I can't believe you guys missed this little Easter egg or something like that.
Well, either way, coming out December 8th, and they got a pretty wet new system coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can pull it up on the computer to show people watching. Well, if you can't get the normal Xbox, how are you gonna get this one?
Is that pulled up?
You see it? It's not bad looking. I definitely like it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a. That's not the controller I was talking about. There's.
The controller comes up in a minute. God, that's so
The
wet.
Cortana dripping out of the back.
Pretty sick. There it is. Pretty wet controller.
Is that an Elite
Oh, yeah.
controller you said?
Yeah, that's an Elite
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That is so cool.
I had one that was like that, but it wasn't an Elite. That came out with Halo 5.
It's Series 2 controller. God, that is so cool.
Now, are these going to be available to find, actually?
Look at that Xbox. That Xbox is pretty cool looking. But I feel like, I mean, if you can't even get the normal Xbox, how are you going to get that one?
That's what I said, but it kind of mirrors that old Xbox One that came out that went around. Remember that?
I mean, you can't get that Xbox. How are you going to get the Halo
maybe
one?
Microsoft will be cool about it and pump
Really?
this
You're
one
being
out.
cool about. Have you gotten your Series X yet?
I haven't really been hunting that hard, but I haven't seen any at all.
I'll be honest. When I go into Target and Walmart, I do casually look.
No.
And I'm like, maybe I'll just walk in. There'll just be one randomly.
People are getting them. If you were to put a serious hunt on, I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard, but if you were going to stores every morning.
I know slowly but surely Series S's have been appearing, and
No one wants those.
Some people do.
You want one?
I'd prefer a PlayStation 5 digital, but
So it's in like
No,
the same
I
category.
don't want the Series S.
I have too many discs at this point.
No,
so
yeah, it looks stupid compared to the X.
It
It's
looks
this
like
little
the
white box.
it looks like the Series S, right? Or is
I'd-
it even smaller?
I'd probably get it to mod it or something.
No. Or not this, the 1S, that white 1S that was going around.
Yeah.
They're pretty similar looking.
Would you guys have anything else? You got anything to go over?
I don't think so, no.
All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for the Behind the Counter podcast for tonight. All three of us will be back at it. Danny NASCAR here at 8 o'clock, right here at Instant Games TV, and of course you can catch Monday Night Gaming with AC Weezy live from the West Coast right after us tonight. So plenty of stuff for the rest of the night here on the channel. So make sure you stick around. Other than that, hope you guys have a great night. We'll be back at it here next week, Behind the Counter, here from Instant Game TV studio. We're live at the studio. Have a great night. See you later. Adios.